Different letters represent different digits. If ADD plus ADD plus ADD equals sums and A is even, what is the four-digit number sums? All right, let's try this Math Olympiad problem. It says on here estimated time of 7 minutes. Okay, take a look at it, give it a shot. All right, so we want to replace the letters by digits and we want to figure out what sums equal with digits. All right, so the first thing that we notice here is that we have an S in the thousands column and an S in the ones column. And I know that in this case here that A has to be an even number. It said that in the instructions. So that means that the biggest value A could be would be 8. So theoretically, we can't have anything big, 3,000 or bigger for my value of sums. So that means the S has to equal 1 or 2. All right. Okay, so what we're going to do is let's try 1. So what would happen if S equals 1? So that means the one place would be 1. So I would need 3 values for D that are the same, that when I add them up, I get a 1 in the ones column. Well, if we think this through, if we use 7, 7 would equal 21. So that would work. So we would have S as 1 and this as 1. And then we would carry over the 2 into this column here. Okay. Well, we know that the D is 7 again, so we would get 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus the 2 is 23. So that means the M would have to be 3 in this case. And then we would carry over the 2 again. All right, now this is where S equal 1 breaks down because it's going to be impossible now. So again, we know A needs to be even. Well, what if A is equal to 2? Well, if A is equal to 2, we would get 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 8. The U would be 8. But the problem with that is that we need this column to carry over into the thousands place. So that means the 2 is too small. So what about if A was 4? Well, if A is 4, we would get 4 plus 4 plus 4 is 12, plus another 2 is 14. So that means if the A is 4, the U would also have to be 4, and they have to be separate digits. So 4 doesn't work either. Now let's do 6 or 8. Now we're going to see with 6 that we would get 6 times 3 is 18 plus 2 is 20. So now the 6 is too big because the value would be 20. So it would carry over into the thousands column. We know we have to have a 1 in the thousands column. And the same thing for 8. If 6 is too big, 8 is going to be too big. So in this case here, we know that the 1 does not work. So we're going to have to try S equals 2 next. All right, so we figured out in the first part that S cannot equal 1. So let's try S equal to 2. All right, so if S equals 2, so we're going to make these 2. So I need 3 numbers that are the same, that when I add them together, the ones digit comes out to be 2. Well, if I use 4, if I use D equal 4, I would get 4 plus 4 plus 4 is 12. So that means that I would carry over a 1 here. And if D is equal to 4, I would get 12 now plus 1 in the second column. So that means my M has to be equal to 3. Okay, because now I would have 13. So again, I'm carrying over the 1. Now, let's think this through here. A has to be even. Now, we remember in our last example that 2 was too small because we know we have to carry this over now. Now, the only value that is going to work here is A equal to 8, because if we used A equals 6, we would get 19 when we added this column, and that means the S would have to be 1 again. So A equals 6 doesn't work, so it's going to have to be 8. So if the A is 8, I would get 8 plus 8 plus 8 is 24, plus the 1 is 25. So that means my U value has to be 25. So my value is 2,532. All right. So I hope you liked the video. I have some more in a playlist for math counts and Math Olympiad. Thanks for watching.